everybody, Alexis Rivera, Independent Beauty Guide here. Just gonna wait a few seconds if anybody decides to come in. I tried to do this a little bit earlier and it was an epic fail. My kids were just a little bit too crazy, and so I'm kind of giving it another attempt. Hopefully this time it works. So, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna start. I kind of introduced myself already, but I'll introduce myself again. My name is Alexis Rivera. I'm an independent beauty guide with Limelight by Alcone. And what's the matter, little boy? And I am, sorry, my son is asking me for something and I'm not sure what it is that he wants. Okay. So, sorry about that. Sorry about the technical difficulties. So my name is Alexis Rivera. I am an independent beauty guide with Limelight by Alcone. I am from New York City. Technically, I am from the Bronx, and which that makes it part of the city area, like the 5 boroughs, you can say. So what I wanted to talk about today was a little bit of my review. So I've been with Limelight now for 3 months, and I love it. It's amazing. It's an amazing company. It really has brought me to another level. Before this, I just worked a regular, normal 9-to-5 job. And after having my second child, I decided that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So with that said, I kind of, at first you kind of are just worried about the children and all that, your household, etc. So as time went on, I kind of decided, I didn't know if I wanted to go back to a normal job or if I wanted to continue to stay home, but it just made more sense to stay home. It just made a ton more sense. It just made financially more sense. It made more sense, to be with my children and to really be in their life every single day. So I kind of searched around and was looking through a lot of different companies, and I had found Limelight. And I instantly fell in love with this company. I very quickly, after finding it, I basically kind of looked around, and you're able to look up beauty guides in your area, and I found whoever the nearest person was, and I started to kind of look at her page and things like that. And I really liked her. My team leader, which is who I ended up signing under, was Dalia Vieira Gonzalez. And I looked at her page and stuff like that, and I kind of felt like I found something in common with her. I don't really know exactly what that was, but there was something about her that felt very relatable, and it felt like we maybe had similar backgrounds and we're from the same area and things like that. That I felt like I could relate to this person, and I want to work with somebody that I can relate to. I want to work with somebody that is kind of like me, that's maybe in my same age group, that, seems to like the same things, seems to like the same colors even, and things like that. So I signed up under her, and it's been awesome ever since. The relationship I have with her is the best. Really, it's like the best work relationship I could ever think of. I contact her all kinds of crazy different hours. I email her, I don't call her too much, but I do text her. I text, we message, we comment on each other's things. It's constant back and forth talk with her, and it really is just something that she's just such a supportive person. She has been super supportive of me the entire time I've done this. Every single step of the way, she's just been very welcoming. Everybody at Limelight is extremely welcoming. Everybody is helpful, and you can find help anywhere you seek it. If you need help with pictures, you need help with editing, you need help with how to sell, how to share this opportunity, whatever the case might be. You will find the help. You just need to ask. You don't even really need to ask. We have all of this training with Limelight. There's so much training. There's training everywhere you turn. There is information from every angle, from the highest to the lowest. Even people that are still beauty guides in training and have just signed up are sort of contributing their information that they have, because maybe their experience is different than my experience. But the nice thing is that everybody is helping everybody else. So everyone is helping everyone move forward. The other nice thing about this company, I keep dropping my phone, I'm so sorry. The other awesome thing about this company is that you can, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought because my son is like yelling at me on the other side of the table. You can really help each other out, and you can really show each other how to do things. The thing is that I have never done direct sales. I've never done anything in this type of field. I've never tried it. And when I did this, and when I decided to do this, I kind of was looking for something that was a little bit different. I wanted to find a company that was still fairly new, that I could grow with. I love the idea of growing with a fairly new company. While Alcone is not new to this cosmetics and makeup industry, Alcone company has been around for 60 years. That's our parent company. Limelight itself has only been around like 2 years or something like that. And it's just, I love that it's new and it's growing. It grows with each passing month. This company is just like on super hyper growth. And I love that. I love that it's from the ground up. I love that it's something that I don't know how to do this. And that's okay, because we're learning together. And I love that. And I love that about my team leader as well, because, you know, she's up there and she's doing her thing and she's doing everything that she's supposed to do, but she doesn't know everything. She's not a genius. She's a normal person, and she too is sort of learning things as she goes and spreading her knowledge. And I love that about her, and I love that about this company, and I love that about, you know, really doing this. So far in the last, I joined on September 26th, and in the last 3 months, I've done really well with sales, and I've done really well with sort of spreading this information to the people that I love mainly, and even some of the people that my people love, you can say. So like friends of friends and things like that. And I've done really well as far as sales. I've done over $2,000 in sales in the last 3 months. That first month was definitely like an adjustment to what this is all about, and really putting myself out there. The only person that is going to hold you back is you. No one will hold you back. No one will stop you. No, people will always have something to say, but the only one that will truly hold you back is yourself. So if you don't put in the work, and you don't put in the time, and you don't go live, and you don't put out information, then you only reap what you sow. But if you really kind of try and put it all out there and not feel like people are looking at you, then, you know, you'll get more on the other end. You know, it's everything that you put into it. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something that would challenge me beyond what I've ever been challenged before. The thing with Limelight is that as you grow, you will be rewarded. Always. You will always be rewarded. You will always, you know, get more and more out of it. And I love that. I love that I love that that's the case. You know, any job that I've ever had, it's been just a normal job. You kind of, you work and you work and you work and you work, and you kind of don't necessarily get another promotion. But with this, every time you work hard enough and you'll get promoted. And then you work a little bit harder and you get another promotion, and a little bit harder and another one. And it never ends. The opportunities are endless. And I love that, because we work very hard and our work goes noticed. People notice it. People appreciate it. Even in our own group, we do incentives. We do different, we do like challenges. So in our own group, we do a challenge a month, and it's like a month-long challenge. Dahlia will give us a challenge, and there's an incentive at the end of it, and everybody just kind of joins in. And it's not just about the incentive, though. It's what you get out of the project. It's what you're putting into it. You know, here's the challenge, and it's going to get your wheels turning, and it's going to sort of inspire you. And I believe that that's the purpose of these challenges, is to inspire. It's to inspire you to do more, to think out of the box, and to think out of what you're doing on a daily basis. Because sometimes what you're doing on a daily basis, it gets stale. and people see that. So, you want to keep things interesting because us as human beings want to see something different and new every day. There's always new. Everybody loves new. Everybody loves new and shiny. Nobody wants to see what they saw 3 days ago. They want to see something new from you all the time. And you have to always think and constantly have your wheels turning. And sometimes it gets difficult, but that's why you have a good leader that can help you do that. And what I love about this is that it's almost like it's nurturing the habit for me. So she's giving me challenges which make me think out of the box, which make me independently think of my own challenges to challenge myself. So anyway, with that said, other than that, our this is just a really great company, and I just love it. I love everything about it. I'm so happy that I made this decision. I'm so happy that I chose to kind of get into this and try something new, because you always I think I've always stuck to like the safest choice. I've always stuck to not challenging myself, and this definitely gave me something different in my life and something that I really love. It definitely has opened my eyes to a whole different type of life. And hi Dahlia. So I was finally able to go live. um so, what was I saying? So I just love that I made this choice. I was saying that I love making this choice, and I love that I joined, and it really is like a fun experience, and it's definitely like opened my eyes to a whole different type of life. Like, you kind of work a normal job and you do your everyday things and you see no growth out of it. But here there's so much growth, there's so much more to do. There's you go to the next thing, and it's the next achievement. It's like, it's just, and you're noticed for it. That's what I love about it. I love that you keep on hi that you keep on. My messages are delayed, so I said hi to you, but now you're saying hi to me. I love that you keep on moving forward, and you get something out of every time that you move forward. It's not just that you're working hard toward sort of nothing. You know, that's so disappointing, to kind of work and not and have time taken away from your life or your family or whatever is important to you, and then you get no reward out of it, you get nothing out of it. This is a whole different thing, and I love it. I love everything about it. I love that now I do like mini makeovers on people and stuff like that, and that opened a whole other creativity for me, which I really love, because I just love helping people, and I love like making them feel beautiful and making them feel like someone genuinely cares about how happy they are and what they're buying and what they're doing and things like that. I had somebody come to me recently, and I did a whole makeover on her, and she bought from me like almost $200, and it was just so much fun because she was so grateful. She was so happy. She was like a little bit of an like a middle-aged kind of woman, and she never really wore makeup before, and it was just so much fun to work with her because she was like, I want to do everything. I want this and I want this, and put eyeshadow, and she was just an easy person to work with. But the fact that she was willing to let me try everything on her was just so much fun. And at the end, she just felt like, oh my goodness, her daughter was with her, and her daughter was like, I've never seen you wear makeup like that. And I was like, it looks beautiful on you, come to me whenever you want. And she was just really happy. She gave me a hug, and she made her purchase, and she went on her way. And I talked to her the other day, and I think she wore it for like Christmas and New Year's and stuff like that. So she was really happy. And that that's rewarding. Like, if nothing else, just the helping people is rewarding. If that's something that, that you want, because, I mean, we all have normal jobs and we all have normal lives, but none of us are really like, moving mountains or anything. But with this, it's a different kind of mountain. It's like a different kind of milestone that you're hitting. It's you're actually reaching out to a human being. So that makes it that much better. So what else? What else did I want to say? The other thing I wanted to talk about were I literally forgot. I'm so sorry. Sebastian, my son, took my notebook. Sorry, didn't mean to drop my pen. And I forgot what I was saying. He took my notebook and he like messed me all up because that's what he does. He's a baby. So our group is just awesome, and the dynamic is really like amazing. Everything about this is just so warm and rewarding, and it's just like great people everywhere. You can go to anyone and just get help. If you need help, you're not sure what to do. I don't think I said this before, but I've never been in direct sales. I've never done this ever before. Yes, I know. I love how close we all are. There's 6 people on our team. 6 people? No, I lie. 5 people. I'm thinking of my potential recruit. There are 5 people currently on the team, and we're all super close. Everybody just helps everybody out. We have our little chats, and we all talk to each other, and we talk about silly things, and then we talk about work things, and everything is a conversation. Everything is a conversation starter, and it's a lot of bouncing ideas off of each other, and I love that. I love that it's like a team effort, and it's that kind of environment where you can all depend on each other when you're not totally sure. Nobody knows everything. Everybody kind of just helps each other out, and I love that. I love that about this team. I love that Dahlia kind of like, I can go to her all sorts of hours, and I'm constantly emailing and messaging and commenting and what about this and what do you think about that, and and then our team challenges is another thing that really opens up a lot of ideas. The challenges are obviously there, for our group, but it opens up like a bigger thought. You're not just thinking about that challenge sort of opens your eyes and sort of starts to open your mind to, oh, maybe I should try this, or maybe I should try something else at 3 a.m. I know none of us sleep. I don't sleep either. I think I sleep like an hour every day or something like that. I mean, when you have a little person like I do, you never sleep. Why? Oh my gosh, my phone is saying the storage, and sorry. So, the other thing I was going to talk about is what this has kind of done for me so far. So far, in the last 2 months, I've done a little bit over $2,000 in sales. No, it's the last 3 months. So that first month, you're kind of still adjusting, and you're kind of figuring out your niche and figuring out what it is that you want to do. How do you want to present this? How do you want to present yourself? You kind of figure out your branding and all your ideas, and you're gathering everything together. And then you start to really share it. And then you really start to put it out there, and you get people interested as much as you possibly can. And so in the last 2 months, I've done a little bit over $2,000 in sales, and it's worked out obviously really nicely. It's allowed me to sort of, yeah, I try. I try really hard. I really do. I try every day, and I try to go live as often as I possibly can and talk to whoever is out there, whoever is listening. There's a third person listening. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're listening. And you push because you want to push for yourself. You want to push for your family. Thanks, Vicky. And you want to push for the people that you love. That's why I started doing this in the first place. I wanted to do this for the extras, for the extra things in my life that maybe weren't necessarily part of the big budget. You have the normal big budget of the things that you need in life, but then there's the things that you want in life. There's the extra stuff. There's the vacations, the fancy clothes. I don't know, like taking your kids to like Billy B's. I don't know. Families are expensive. They're not cheap, and you can't do something every day, but I want to do something every day. Like I'm infamous for, shopping online and being attracted to the item that's like $1,000 as opposed to the item that's $200. It's just in my nature. I don't know how else to shop. And For example, right now, my big thing is that I'm saving for my kid's birthday. My kids' birthdays are both in March. They are 3 days apart, and usually we do like a big giant birthday. Um, and this year is like you shop like that too. I know it's just in our nature. We don't know how else to shop. How do you shop? So you get that's when you join Limelight, and you get that extra income, and you are able to pay for those little extra things, and that's the best part. That's the reward. There are many rewards, but one of the best rewards is being able to give yourself or give your family that extra thing. you know so like I was saying, my kids' birthdays are in March, and they're just 3 days apart. I don't really care for double birthdays, because they're a boy and a girl, and because I don't know, I'm just spoiled, and I want to spoil them to another level. And even though they're only turning 2 and 4, I want to have 2 separate birthdays. So we're planning this big giant birthday, and these birthday parties always come up to, like, I don't know, like $2,000 or something. They're crazy. And I always want to buy the most fanciest cake that nobody really eats. And it's just what I want. That's what I want, and that's what I want for my kids, and that's what I intend to do. So that's the whole point of right now. Like right now, that is my goal. That's what I'm saving for. That's what I'm like going all out for. Stop working so much overtime because he doesn't have reward. See? It's hard. It's hard to, my husband is also at the moment working all kinds of crazy, wacky hours, and and it's hard for a family even to kind of deal with that person that's not always around all the time. So that's another thing. I kind of don't want him to work those crazy hours. So I'm like, this has to work. I feel like I have to push myself a little bit further every day because I want him here, and I don't want him to miss those moments. There's a ton of moments. My son is going to be 2 soon, and he's just starting to talk and stuff like that. I don't want to tell him that he said this word. I want him to be here when he says that word as much as he can. Obviously, he has to work. We all do. That's him in the background, by the way, playing with some action figures and making them fight. So that's kind of like my goal, and that's my goal with all of this. Sign him up for Limelight. He would be amazing at this. He is like the most convincing person ever. He can make anybody do anything. He made me marry him, so. But I'm trying. I'm working on him, and I think at some point he probably will sign up, but I don't know when that's going to be. But I'm trying. So that's my bit on Limelight, and yeah, the men's line is coming out. So I think when the men's line comes out and he sees what it's all about, because he does use like Men's Clinique and stuff like that, he might be more interested. Sebastian, please. Shh. My gosh, I'm so sorry. That guy is so loud. So if anybody has any questions, anybody out there wants to say anything, I think that's it for now. I just really love that I love that I joined this opportunity. I love that I took the chance and I just went for it. Your husband uses Dream Clean. My husband doesn't do things like that. He uses like the 40 Cure cream, and every now and then he uses like the skin therapist and stuff like that. But he's not so fancy where he'll like cleanse. But he tries different things every so often. He's like, "What are you doing? What's that?" Or he's curious, or he'll challenge me, or he'll tell me, "Oh, I could do that." I'll tell him what I'm doing, and he's my husband is very competitive. He's a very competitive person, and he always says, and he'll see something, or he'll see something that we're doing, and he kind of says, I can do that like 10 times better. And I'm like, oh God, okay. You're making him more fancy schmancy. Yeah, I do like that it's safe for the kids. I love that our products are good for everybody. They're great for every person, every age. It doesn't matter. My daughter likes to test out the makeup, so. But that's okay because, it's paraben free and it's good makeup. beautiful, amazing products. You know, this is one of our colors. Cherry pie. Nope, don't take my phone, little boy. So I'm going to go, and I hope everybody has a great night, and I hope you enjoyed my live and my little bit on Limelight, and I love the company. I love that I did this, and it just makes me so happy. It's such a it was such a good opportunity, and it was such a good thing to join. It really pushed me forward, and it kind of took me out of this sort of stagnant, boring self that I was kind of finding myself in. And it really kind of pushes me forward to do more. I love that I'm challenged to do more and to reap those rewards. You know, that's the most important thing. It just makes me happy. I love to work. I have very strong work ethic, and it just makes me happy to try something new every day and see what comes out of it. I love that. So if anyone is interested or wants to know more about Limelight or about our group or about me or whatever the case might be, please let me know. Message me, call me, whatever you want to do. Don't call me because I don't think I have my number there, but message me. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.